Okay, Coach, another exciting finish to another exciting week of basketball. First of all, let's talk about Kenny Garrick. Back-to-back buzzer beaters, in back-to-back games. Tell me what he did tonight, and, sending your team with some incredible late-game heroics.
Yeah, I tried because of everything involved with last night. And really, if you think about it, last Saturday we had a buzzer beater. And so we've had 3 buzzer beaters in the last 7 days. And that's a lot for our guys to handle. And, I tried some different lineups in the first half, trying to get us some more depth in our last exhibition game. And, I told them that before the game, I wasn't going to play him very many minutes. And then turns out I'm a liar. So he ended up with 11. But I've coached for a really long time, and I've never had this many buzzer beaters in 1 year, let alone back-to-back, let alone from the same player. So I really don't know what to say different than what I said last night, except it's situations that we practice all the time. And for us to win 3 buzzer beaters in 7 days is absolutely unheard of, and it shows. Really, it has nothing to do with me. It has to do with my senior leadership.
Well, and talking about your senior leadership, the guys on your team, it takes a lot of mental capacity, to play to the very end and play till the final whistle. Is that something that is been passed down through your leadership and you've seen them grow in, or is it just something that this year they've really clicked and they've really been able to stay focused through the whole game?
Yeah, I think all of us, with me not really coaching last year, I think everybody took on some roles that they weren't planning on, and I felt very guilty about letting a lot of people down, but really I believe we're reaping the benefits right now for some things that we went through last year. When people are forced to grow in their character, grow in their maturity, that's always good for us. And like we see throughout the Bible and throughout life, it's usually not pleasant while we're going through it, but when we're able to look back, we're able to see the seeds of what that we're reaping right now. We're able to see when the seeds were planted a year ago. And our culture was strong last year without me there, and then with me back, I've been able to reinforce some things that have always been really important to me in our program. And these last 2 games have been really, really physical, and we had every excuse in the world to retaliate. And that may be the thing that I'm most proud of, is that they did not succumb to the circumstances, to referees, to opposing players, to the crowd, whatever. They're just doing the next right thing.
And so, it's been exciting to watch. It's a lot of exciting basketball, this season. And you still have two exciting games coming up next week, back at home in front of, on your home court. What are you hoping to see from your team next week as well?
Well, Carolina Christian's a new member to our, they've been in the NCCAA, but they're a new member to our region. And so the last time we played them was during the COVID year. Besides us, I believe I'm right in saying this, they're the last team that really give Toccoa a really good game. They almost beat Toccoa at their gym, so they're a worthwhile opponent. And then Southeastern, we went down to their place. We played both games last year down at their place, and they weren't able to come here, and they beat us in one of those games. They've already beat Pensacola and Trinity Baptist this year. So again, we've got 2 solid opponents. What's tough about next week is with the high school tournament, our practices are crazy. We don't have as many practices. Sometimes we have to practice in the morning. Sometimes we have to practice late at night. There's a lot of distractions, and distractions can be excuses if you let them. But the way that we performed this week, I really don't imagine that these guys are going to let those things detract us from our goal.
Perfect. Well, again, congratulations on today's win. And this week in general, an exciting week of basketball. Excited to see what y'all put together next week.
All right. Thank you, Caitlin.
Thank you.